and in a Tampa Bay Rays lost. You heard the promo, by the way, on the way in. 1:40 start today for your Tampa Bay Rays, so make sure you have it locked right here on 95.7 WDAE. I'm such an idiot, Aaron. You know I don't mind admitting my faults and my stupidness.
I like when you say it, so I don't have to.
I'm such an idiot. When I was watching the game, I think it was the night before last, they had the ads pop up on the back wall behind the hitters. They had a promo for Miz bobblehead night, and my first thought was, why are they doing a bobblehead about the Miz, the WWE wrestler? I know he's from Cleveland, and then all of a sudden it hit me like, no, you moron. You're talking about Jacob Mizorowski. They call him the Miz. I forgot they called him the Miz there. So they've got a bobblehead for him. He's on the mound today taking on Drew Rasmussen. That'll be a hell of a matchup at 1:40 right here on 95.7 WDAE. But I mentioned before the break, I think we need a new award in Major League Baseball. We got so many silver sluggers and gold gloves, and the game is evolving. And one of the things that we have added to the game this year is the automatic balls and strikes call.
Fans seem to love it. Fans seem to love it, by the way.
They do. Aaron hates it. We'll get into that in a moment. But fans are seeming to enjoy it. I think it's an interesting moment in the game for sure. But if you were watching closely last night, Jake Fraley challenged not once but twice, very much in favor of the Rays, by the way, because he got them both right. The second one that he challenged that was called a strike and they ended up overturning to be a ball was 0.1 inches, 1/10 of an inch from being a strike, but it was 1/10 of an inch off the plate, and they overturned it to be a ball. And it made me think, we're going to obviously, Major League Baseball is, I'm not going to do it. They're going to chart this all year. They'll keep stats on this. We need like a Best Eye award in Major League Baseball. They can sell, we love to sell everything. We've got patches on the jersey this year, if you didn't notice. We love to sell everything, Major League Baseball. They can sell the award to some eyeglass company. Best Eye award.
Bad.
Jake Fraley's in the lead already.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, you just basically go by kind of like what you're talking about with the numbers of how many times a guy challenges throughout the season based on how many he gets right compared to how many he gets wrong. You're onto something here, buddy.
Do you? All right. So I agree with you. You would almost definitely go by the percentages. But what do you guys think? What if instead of the percentages, they added up how close or far away the balls and strikes were? Like they actually, like this guy was right by 7 inches on the season.
Well, that's how crazy it is. 0.1 of an inch yesterday when it came to Fraley, which I still think is, you don't overturn that. Like if it's 0.1, and I know it helped the Rays, but it just seems crazy to me. There should be a margin of error because to me, that looked like a strike. Even with the system, it looked like a strike. Like for my entire life, that pitch has been a strike. And now you're telling me it's not?
I'm telling you it's not by 1/10 of an inch. But here's the thing, Aaron. You're literally asking for something that is the antithesis of what this was created for, right? Like what this product, the ABS system, what it is there to alleviate is that inch or that fraction of an inch. I'm sorry.
But it doesn't for me. I don't believe it.
You said, what do they need? What does there need to be? I drew
a margin of error.
A margin of error. This is literally there to erase the margin of error. That's what it's there for, is to eliminate the margin of error.
Guys are going to just randomly at different points in the game, especially in important moments in the game. If you have challenges left, you're just going to take a chance at the end and hope that the ball comes up in your favor.
Why wouldn't you?
I just don't
it's
like it.
It's a very smart strategic move.
It just doesn't seem like baseball. Fans seem to like it, though.
It's also worth noting that the ABS system, I was reading a whole article about it yesterday, the ABS system only measures from the middle of the plate. So we saw this in the Yankee game last night. Like the MLB strike zone by the rule book is supposed to be from the front to the back of the plate.
This is what I said.
Plate.
I brought this up to Pat on Monday when you were out. I'm like, it's not exact. I don't believe it.
So that 0.1 with Fraley last night, it could have been a strike at the front of the plate, but then it falls a 0.1 of an inch by the back of the plate, so it catches in the middle or it doesn't catch in the middle.
Why there should be a 0.3 of an inch or 0.4 percentage of something margin of error.
Is it supposed to be the front of the plate? Why are they measuring from the middle of the plate if it's supposed to be the front? It's not like they couldn't measure from there.
Well, so according to the MLB rulebook, it's from the front all the way to the back. So if you take the middle, then you kind of just get the middle ground, the average of where the pitch was.
And it's not an exact science to me.
Especially with
it literally is a science.
And kind of what Sam's saying here, like the way it goes now, the way and it's been like this, but some of that drop off, the balls, I mean, these pitches are sharp. I mean, they are just falling off the map. Mm-hmm. And it's hard for me to imagine that the technology is going to be able to keep up with it. ChatGPT doesn't even know what's going on half the time.
I mean, that's a silly argument.
It's not, though. It's technology.
Is.
It's not.
But they didn't just do this all willy-nilly. They didn't just like pull something out of a box this offseason and go, hey, let's put this up in Major League ballparks and see if it works.
Neither did
ChatGPT.
They've
been trusting this for years. They've been testing this for years.
What's really going to happen is you're asking for the players to get rewarded with having the best eye. What's actually going to happen is we're just going to find out the umpires that are missing the most calls, like Chad Whitson, who's had 7 of his calls challenged, 7 overturned, 100%.
That's not good.
That is not good.
So it can work. It's gonna work both ways. The umpires will probably get, I don't know if an award, but the guys who do well.
Yeah, but the guys that don't are going to get nicked. Like if you're a baseball player and you go 0 for 10 in challenges, you're going to get made fun of from your teammates, and your manager might be like, "Hey, you're not allowed to call challenges anymore." It's like a green light on 3-0. You're not getting the green light anymore.
I had a friend in school that would ask questions that he knew the answer to, and then would just like answer the question after he asked it, and the teacher eventually said, "You're only allowed to ask so many questions a day." That's going to be a manager. Like you're not allowed to make challenges.
Right, but nobody's going to talk about that guy, maybe within the clubhouse or the team, but the umpires that screw this up royally and so consistently, 7 calls overturned, 7 challenges, 7 of them overturned, that is something that will be highlighted. So it will be the bad for the umpires. This sucks for umpires. They must hate it.
It's bad. It's good for baseball fans, though. Don't you want the umpires to be held accountable?
Yeah, but it's not like the umpires. I don't think the umpires are going into the game going, "Oh, I'm gonna call a bad game." Like, they're trying their hardest. It is a very tough thing. So
you're fine with people doing a piss-poor job as long as they're trying their hardest?
No, I just think the baseball is part of baseball is it's not perfect. And there's a little bit of there's human element that comes into baseball more and different factions of it in different areas that much more so than any other sport. That's why I love it. It's a part of the reason why I love it.
Do you love it when Angel Hernandez is calling strikes 4 feet off the plate? Because it's going to happen, and now you can take care of that.
Yesterday,
it's only so many times per game.
I believe it was a moment yesterday in the game. I forgot exactly when, but there was a ball that was called high, and Fortes knew right away that it was a strike. He called right away for the challenge. The batter's eye wasn't on the screen at the time, so we're all kind of playing umpire on our own. And I'm going, that seemed like a ball, but Nick Fortes was pretty sure it was a strike, and it touched the top of the plate, touched the top of the zone. That's a perfect example of, like, these umpires have – now, that's one where you can go, all right, well, they got the call right where it didn't seem like it was right. The umpires have a hard job. It is so hard.
Nobody's saying the umpire's job is easy and that they should get them all right. They're just saying when they get it wrong, why not overturn it? Why not give it a chance to make it right?
Yeah. I think some of it's good. I think some of it makes sense. But the 0.1 last night, even though it helped the Rays, I'm going, that's not baseball.
I also, like, the second time Fraley did it, I was like, is this necessary right now? Like, it wasn't a big moment. The first time, I'm pretty sure Caminero was at first, and there was, like, 1 out. So that was, in a close game, you got a runner on. Like, I felt like that was a big moment to try to get that count in your favor. The second one, I was like, unless you think you're going deep, Jake Fraley, like, it's not happening.
Baseball's an imperfect sport, and I kind of liked when it was like that. Now they're trying to perfect